In this training session, we will be discussing how to take attendance within Starfish. Starfish is an enterprise success platform that Cleveland State utilizes to connect students to faculty, staff, and services at the university committed to their success. Over 40 areas within the university use Starfish. These include task, advising, the library, veteran services, and many others. Nearly 100,000 appointments are actually scheduled in Starfish each academic year by undergraduate students. In fact, 800 hours are saved annually by students scheduling appointments themselves versus via a staff member. Over the course of an academic year, over 60,000 tracking items are raised within Starfish. Hundreds of faculty, undergraduate faculty, use Starfish each academic year to communicate to advisors, take attendance, take notes on students, manage their calendars, make referrals, and much more. All undergraduate faculty members at CSU are actually given access to Starfish each term. In fact, all of their courses and meeting times are entered in the Starfish automatically. Faculty can access Starfish by using Blackboard via the tools or the instructor tab in CampusNet. Please note that faculty can only access Starfish once they have actually been linked to your class or their classes within CampusNet. Staff can also access Starfish via the Advisor tab in CampusNet, and students can access it two ways as well, via CampusNet or using tools in Blackboard. When you log into Starfish, you will see a screen similar to this. This is an overview of all the activity of all students connected to you. To be honest, this home screen can be very overwhelming, so we encourage you to change your default login page to another page that you use more frequently. For example, if you use Starfish to schedule student appointments, you may want to make the appointments page your default page. If you use Starfish to take attendance, you may select that page to be your default page. You can change your default page in your institutional profile. On this overview page, you will find the options button, which are the three lines located at the top left of your screen, and you'll use this to navigate between the various screens within Starfish. You'll also find a search box which can be used to find the student located at the top right of your screen. You can search using a student's first name, last name, parts of the first name or last name, or their CSU ID number. You have to use at least 3 characters in this search. After you select the Options button, which is the 3-line icon located at the top left of your screen, you will be presented with options, which vary depending on your access and permissions. A few of these options include settings, such as institutional profile, appointment preferences, help, log out. Also appointments, where you manage your office hours and student appointments. Students, where you can see all the students assigned to you, take attendance, complete progress surveys, make referrals, and much more. And then services, where you find a comprehensive list of the many services available to students at Cleveland State University. In this training session, we will be learning about the important notes on recording attendance in Starfish. We will view and print your class roster, record attendance, delete a class meeting time, we'll look at the student view, and then download and view your attendance report. Alright, let's begin. It's important to know when you're recording attendance in Starfish that all undergraduate faculty and courses are automatically added to Starfish each term. Student photos are also found on the class roster within Starfish, provided that they went through and received the campus ID. Students can see their attendance in each course when the instructor records attendance within Starfish. Advisors can also see attendance in each course that uses Starfish for attendance. There are flags that are automatically raised and sent to advisors when students miss 2 or more classes. Have all attendance in a central place within Starfish, which can be accessed from any device at any time, is very convenient for any faculty member wanting to use Starfish. Faculty can also download an attendance report for each class at the end of a term or at any time throughout the course of a semester. Other additional notes. If there are multiple instructors in the course, we recommend that only a single person record attendance on an ongoing basis since you cannot see each other's attendance records. Only undergraduate students are listed in your courses, so if you have any students that are graduate students taking your class as a cross-listed course, unfortunately they will not be included into Starfish. Starfish also remembers any filters that you last used. Alright, let's begin. You can access your attendance by selecting the Options button, the three-line icon at the top left of your screen, followed by Students, and then Attendance. You will then be presented with the following screen, which will include pictures of your students and your class roster. It is important to note that Starfish only includes undergraduate students, so any graduate students that are taking your class will not appear in Starfish. There are important tools on this screen. Record attendance. This is what you will select when you are ready to take attendance for a particular class on a particular day. Class schedule is where you can go in and modify the class meeting times, which CSU automatically creates those for you based on what is found within CampusNet and PeopleSoft. Next is attendance report. You're able to download an Excel file of your attendance for an entire class by selecting this button. Again, you can do this throughout the entire term at any time or at the very end of the term. Print roster allows you to view a list of all undergraduate students and their photos from a single document for each course. Next is filters, which are located on the right side of your screen, which allow you to filter data for each class. It is important to keep filters general so that you make sure all data is visible. Starfish remembers the filters you use from one session. It carries them over to future sessions. Let's dive into these tools a little more. Before we learn how to access your course roster, it is important to quickly review the filters found on the attendance screen in Starfish. If you are not seeing all of the students you are expecting to see in this area where your class roster and student photos are located, then please check your filters to make sure that they are not limiting your view. Normally, you should select the Turn to Active. Select the desired course, make sure all options in the attendance status section are unchecked or disabled, and the class session dates are set to all. Again, Starfish always saves filters, so if you're filtering a class one day, then log out of Starfish and log back in the next day, the filters you used the last time you logged in are retained, which might limit the view you have. It is best to reset them before you log out. Starfish allows you to view all of your undergraduate students and their pictures in your class by selecting Print Roster. After selecting Print Roster, you will be presented with a document that has the name of your course, the date the roster was printed, the picture, full name, phone number, and email address of each undergraduate student. This list is in alphabetical order, sorted by last name. Next, we will learn how to take attendance, view your class schedule, and download your attendance report. To take attendance, you will select the Record Attendance button. Next, you will select the course followed by the meeting time for that class. If you have a meeting time you would like to add, you can select Add a Single Meeting Time, then Next. You have 4 options for recording attendance in Starfish: present, absent, excused, and tardy. All of these can be modified at a later time and date. You can go down your student list and then select Save to record attendance. You can also delete this meeting time if you desire. For example, we automatically populated your course schedule, but Starfish does not know our university holiday schedule. So if you have a meeting date on Labor Day, you can go in and delete this meeting time. That way your attendance records are kept up to date and accurate. Once you record attendance, you will see when the attendance was last recorded at the top of the screen and an overview of the attendance for that meeting. You can go back and edit or view previous records at any time by selecting Edit at the top of the screen in the area that displays the last time attendance was updated. One of the benefits of taking attendance in Starfish is that each student can see all the meeting times of the class and know when they are absent, present, excused, or tardy. Additionally, advisors are able to see this and talk to students about poor attendance or recognize them for attending class. There are also automatic flags that are raised within Starfish when a student has missed 2 or more classes in a single course. Next, you can download a single course's attendance history by selecting the Attendance Report button. When you select the Attendance Report button, your attendance report will begin downloading. It is an Excel file. You will need to find the file you just downloaded and then open it. Typically, these files are found and downloaded in the download folder of your browser. Once you open the file, you'll find that it's an Excel document which has several worksheets found at the very bottom left. First is the cover. which includes information of when the report was run, the course, the instructor information, and the total number of undergraduate students in that class. Next is attendance tracking, which includes all the meeting dates and times, along with the attendance as a whole, not by individual students though. Last is student attendance, which details each student for each class meeting. We have created a template to assist with analyzing your attendance report for those of you that are not familiar with Excel and pivot tables within Excel. In this session, we reviewed the importance of recording attendance in Starfish, how to view and print your class roster, how to record attendance, delete a class meeting time, looked at the student view, download and view your attendance report. This concludes this training session. Please reach out to our Starfish support team if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. We thank you for your time, your use of Starfish, and commitment to student success at Cleveland State University.